What's going on out there, everyone? It's your boy Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. You are tuned in to another edition of Mike Ryder Talks. I don't have a guest in the house with me this time. It's just you and me in a safe place to speak. I got something on my mind that I want to share with you guys that I'm pretty sure will help you in your life journey. This time around, we're talking about you setting the tone. That's right. You set the tone in almost every aspect of your life, in your love life, with the person that you're dating, your fiance, your husband, your wife. You set the tone in your personal life, with your parents, with your children, with your siblings, with your closest friends. You set the tone. And with these customers, yes, this is for my entrepreneurs. This part right here is going to be for my business owners, my people out here who are grinding, who have customers. You set the tone. And without further ado, we're about to go ahead and get into it. All right, so let's get into it. This topic is pretty much inspired by me looking on social media for the last few weeks, last few months, however long it's been. And I've been seeing people saying that they're not happy with how they're being treated. They don't get the amount of respect that they want. They're getting lied to, they're getting cheated on. People don't treat them how they want to be treated. You see my guy over there, he's pretty serious. He's letting you know you set the tone. Perfect for this topic. No matter what aspect of your life, almost every aspect of your life, you set the tone. You know, if you want someone to treat you a certain way, you have to set the tone and the standard for that. If you want your spouse to not cheat on you or not lie to you, you have to set the tone for that. You want your customers to respect you and abide by the rules that you have in place, you set the tone for that. You know what? Let's go ahead and get into the first one. In your love life, you set the tone. You set the tone in your love life. From day one all the way up until the current day of your relationship with the love of your life, you set the tone. I'm going to tell you how you do that. When you first meet that person, you first exchange numbers with them, y'all first communicate, you know what I'm saying? That first conversation, you let them know what you stand for. You let them know what you're willing to take, what you're willing to accept, and what you won't accept. That's up to them. If they don't like what you're bringing, to the conversation, what you put out there on the table, then that's fine. They're not for you. That means that they're not for you. So if you don't want someone lying to you, cheating on you, you let them know the first day, hey, this is what I want. This is what I expect. Even if it's past the first day, you can change your mind. People change their minds and their feelings every day in life. If we're 2-3 months in the relationship, a year into the relationship, you say, hey, you know what? I don't like that you're doing such and such. I want you to start doing such and such. Let them know. This is what I want you to start doing. This is how I expect you to treat me. If they can't do that, if they can't follow that, then they're not the person for you. Now, if you're asking for too much, if you're asking for something that's just not likely to happen, then guess what? You need to change that. These things have to be something that is realistic. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for something that's just so outlandish. Like I said, if you want them to respect you a certain way, you put that out there. And if they don't do it, then hit the road, Jack. Don't come back. The more that you let them do it to you, the more they will do it to you, and they won't care if they're that type of person. So if you're willing to put your foot down, if you want to put your foot down, you want to expect different results, you have to go after it. You don't want to be lied to. You don't want to be cheated on. Don't accept it. Let them know that's what you want. And the minute that they do it, we're out of here. I promise you, if you come to your spouse, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, the person you just started dating, if you let them know, hey, this is what we're going to do, you hit them with the list, this, that, and the third, that's what they have to abide by because you set the tone. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because guess what? We're going to go ahead and go to your personal life. In your personal life, with your children, with your family members, with your closest friends, you set the tone. Like I said, this was inspired by some posts that I've been seeing online by people saying they're not liking how they're being treated. Guess what? They're not setting the tone in their life. They're just letting people do whatever they want to them. You don't accept just any and everything. You let them know, hey, this is what I want. This is what I stand for. This is what's going to happen. And this is what's not going to happen. Let me give you some examples. Your best friend. You know, they say that when people joke with you, it shows a part of like hatred in it or a part of envy in there. You know what I'm saying? A part of jealousy in it. Because sometimes when people joke, they can make some very personal jokes. If those jokes are hitting hard and you don't like that, you let them know, hey, I don't like what you just said. That was a bit too personal for me. If they're your friend, they're your true friend, they won't do it again. And guess what you just did? You set the tone. With your family members, you don't like how they're treating you. You feel like they're talking to you any kind of way. You feel like they're talking behind your back. You feel like they're stealing from you. Because I done seen people that say, hey, you know what? My brother stole such and such out my house. My sister did such and such to me the other day, and she doing it again. You want to know why? Because you allow them to. You set the tone. Put them guidelines out there. Hey, you got a problem with taking home, but I can't have you at my house. I can't let you come over here if you're going to constantly steal from us. I can't trust you. So guess what? You can't come over here. But if you do want to come over here, you don't put your hands on my stuff. This is the first time it happened, and that's going to be the last time it happened. Set the tone. Don't let it just go by and you go, crying about it later online. Because I see a lot of people crying about their problems online. You set the tone. You want them to treat you with respect. You got to go and get it. You got to go and get it with your children. You don't want your children sneaking behind your back. You don't want your children, sneaking out the house, hanging out all times of night, smoking and drinking stuff that they shouldn't be doing. Set the tone. Lay the rules. Hey, this is what's going to happen in my house. This is what's going to happen under my roof. You don't like it, you can get on. And guess what? You're underage, so you can't get on. So you got to abide by the rules. You set the tone. It's very simple, very easy. You set the tone. 4 simple words. If you apply that in every aspect of your life, or almost every aspect, because some parts of our life we can't control. Some things we just can't control. It is what it is. Like I said, you don't want your children being disrespectful. You let them know this is what's going to happen. If you don't be disrespectful to me, you will be rewarded with this, that, and the third. I'm sorry. If you abide by this rule, you will be rewarded with this, that, and the third. If you don't abide by that rule and you are disrespectful to me, it's going to be consequences. Guess what just happened? You set the tone. Almost every aspect of your life, you set the tone, and we finna get to this one. We running through them too. With these customers, if you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, a big business owner, you dealing with these customers, these disrespectful customers, set guidelines. Myself, I do roadside assistance. I told y'all that before. I'm going to tell you again many, many more times. I do roadside assistance. They call me at nighttime sometimes, late at night. Hey, I got a flat tire. I need you to come help me out. Okay, at this time of night, I don't accept cash payments. You have to pay me card, and you have to pay me before I leave home. And the reason being is, if I tell you that I accept cash and I get out my bed, get in my truck, I get 30 minutes down the road, almost to you, you call me back and cancel, I'm just out of luck. If I take that card though, guess what? You inclined to take this service that you just ordered. And it's not me getting over on you, it's me protecting my time. And you can utilize that in your business. If you want your customers to pay over the phone, you let them know, this is my policy. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and break it down a little bit more. I seen a lady on my timeline She was talking about a customer who she was doing his hair. If you hear this and this applies to you, hey, just know I see you. You know what I'm saying? She was doing his hair. He got up and left. Didn't pay. I don't know what he did to be able to get out of the chair and out of the door without paying. Maybe she went to the bathroom. I don't know. I don't know if he had made an excuse. Hey, let me go get my money out of the car. I don't know. But guess what? To eliminate that, you set the tone at the beginning. Okay, if your hairdo costs $95, you're gonna pay me a deposit up front. Matter of fact, this is due up front. This is due by the time you sit in a chair. Start taking these deposits. You set the tone. It's your business. These are your customers. You set the tone. Let me reiterate. You have a customer. They want to buy a $25 shirt from you. This customer might seem a little shaky because we can tell by the conversation. This customer may seem a little shaky. Okay, guess what? I'm only accepting cash out from you, credit card or debit card. We can do this over the phone. That way, when I do such and such, you can't run off on me. And I admit that might have been a bad example, but y'all got to stick with me. If you're listening to me, I'm pretty sure you get what I'm saying. You set the tone with these customers. If you set an appointment with these customers, guess what? They need to be at that appointment at such and such time. If they're not there at that appointment time, then you need to tack on a late fee or someone would take the spot of that customer. If you don't hit them with the rules, guess what? They're going to continue to do whatever they want to do. They're going to continue to treat you however they want to treat you because you allow it. Once again, you set the tone. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Thank y'all for dealing with me. I thank y'all for hearing me out. Let me get this off the screen. Let me get me back on the screen. It's your boy, Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. And I'm going to hit y'all with it just like I hit y'all with it each and every time. You see the ticker at the bottom of your screen. Until we meet again, be blessed. I love y'all.